Hello and welcome back to Beastmaster channel. I'm your host Nick Atkinson. Today I wanted to bring you a video of a compilation of shots from a coyote calling competition that we did a couple of weekends ago, and we were actually fortunate enough to win it. In that competition we killed 11 coyotes. In this video you're not going to see quite as many shots because a lot of them came in so fast that I didn't have time to get my digital recorder running. And when it comes to winning the competition or getting video, we chose win the competition. So that competition was put on by Lone Star Ranch and Outdoors in Cleburne, Texas. We appreciate them putting on the competition, and we had a great time. Starting out, this video that you're looking at right now is a coyote that we spotted in a field that's planted with oats. It's a really big field, a couple hundred acres, and this is really where the advantage of thermals comes in. I could see this coyote out at about 550 yards, and we were able to get set up and turn the call on. I'm not sure if they were out there or if he was out there mousing or just hanging out. There's a tank down there also. I'm not sure what that was that just flew by on the screen. That may have been an owl coming in after the call. We get a lot of those when we're out calling. He may have been down there at the water source, or like I said, he may be out there scavenging for food. Not really sure, but he seems a little bit leery about coming in. He may have heard us getting out of the truck or getting set up. So we're going to skip forward. Right now we're about at 2 minutes. We're going to skip forward. So let's see. Right about that time he disappeared right behind the ridge there. About a minute later he pops up right here. And he's at about 310 yards, if I remember right. I ranged him, and he's still a little bit leery on coming in. He could possibly have seen some movement from us getting set up, or maybe heard the truck as we were. I'm sure he heard the truck as we were getting set up. But a lot of times, they're used to those vehicles driving by and being out in the pasture, so they don't pay a lot of attention to him. So he starts coming in again here, and then you'll see in a second he gets distracted. This is what makes me think he was out there probably already hunting. There is some conversation here on whether we're going to go ahead and shoot him because we're unsure if he's just not interested in the call or what. So here you can see me flip through my menus, and I go down to my reticle location and dial it over to reticle B. It's the same style reticle, but B is my 300-yard zero. So I've got it on a 300-yard zero right now. He's at 310 yards. So this is a feasible shot. I could zoom in to 4 power and still have a pretty good shot at him. He starts coming right back in right about the time I get ready to set back up, or get set back up, so I dial it back over to A, which is my 200 or 50-yard zero, and he disappears in this little swell again. So let's skip forward just a hair, and this is the part I hate the most, is sitting here waiting for him to pop back up, because as far as we know he could have headed off to the left and we'll never see him again. Scanning around, and we have him pop back up. I see him through my head mounted unit get back on the optic and swing it around to him, get a range on him. He's kind of hung up, so we just make the decision to go ahead and get him. So that was actually 3 shots. We counted it down, and all shot 3 shots at one time, and that coyote didn't have a chance. 2 223s and a 300 blackout from 50 yards, and he ain't getting back up. Okay, so we're set up here on a property, basically in somebody's front yard, and I see this movement out behind us. Pull my scope up, get the DVR running, and realize it's not a coyote, but it's a really big bobcat. And the decision was made pretty quick, even though bobcats don't count, to take him out. So let's back that up and watch it one more time. You can see him. He's coming to the call. Again, he's coming to baby cottontail also. It seemed to be a pretty effective call that night. And I've been looking for a big bobcat for a while. He's at 172 yards. So you can get an idea of how big he is. And zoom in, take one to the chest. And he goes down, doesn't move an inch. On to the next. So these guys are at about 220 yards, the one you're looking at there, and then there's some discussion on who's shooting which one, and we've got 3 shooters. So we get all set up, and then we count down 1, 2, and instead of 3, we're going to shoot. So I'm going to get lined up. And this guy, it was at 220 yards. I decided I was going to try and get him right in the head so he doesn't go anywhere. Folded him like a lawn chair. This guy takes off running. That round clipped him. We found out later, hit right in the foot. Now he's at about 300, and this is an awesome shot right here on a running coyote at 300.
Ooh, got him.
That one right there rolled him up. We spent a little bit of time looking for him, and then actually saw him about 200 yards away up against a fence, and he was too injured to get over it, so we put him down and collected him. My name is Nick Atkinson. Thank you for stopping by Beastmaster Channel. I hope you enjoyed the highlights from the Winter Ambush Coyote competition. And like it, share it, subscribe, and check back for more. Thanks.